How's it going, everyone? Today we are going to do a quick tutorial on how to change the oil pressure sensor on a 2016 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. This is the 6.0 gas. So we're going to take a look at everything and go through how to change the sensor. Didn't see a lot of videos on there about how to change the sensor, so we're going to figure that out. First things first, how to know you got a bad oil pressure sensor. So you come over here. Truck's not on right now, but if it was on, I just have the key on to the on position. The oil pressure over there is at 0 when you're driving and operating. Obviously, it's supposed to be within the 25 psi to 40 range when you're driving. And then also your check engine light comes on, and it tells you that your sensor's not working properly. So it's not reading any pressure. So we'll come over here under the hood. And this, like I said, is the 6.0 Vortec. And first thing first is come under the hood. You want to take this cover off the top. It's very simple. You just pop up and pull out. You got two hooks in the back that it just slides right into, and then you got these things right here that come up and they just pop right in, right under there. That's it. Very simple. Not like on the older Vortex. You had to take a center screw off and all that. This is a very basic cover. But we're going to be dealing in the back over here, down the lower end, down in there. This is what the sensor looks like. Picked it up. It was about 60 bucks. So usually what happens is right in there, in this hole, it gets clogged up with, junk, and over time it just gets gunked up, and then it stops reading properly, or it can just overheat and stop working. But you need, I got a 27 millimeter socket. We're gonna go down in the back, and it's just gonna slide right over once you take the harness off, and it'll go right in. If I can just get it to fit right in there, and then screw it and unscrew it. So we're going to go from there. We're going to start taking the harness off and get some more footage. Alright, well, it's pretty difficult to get back there with your hand because you got to reach all the way down along the firewall and try to get back in there. So there's this plastic piece back here, and it's being held in by a 10 mil nut. So I had to go around the back with a ratchet and right back here, and then I had to unscrew it and pull it out. So we're going to get this plastic piece off, and that way we can get down to the sensor. It's right there. That's the sensor right there. It's not in an easy spot at all. It's right on top, the motor in the back right there, and you got no room. So I'm going to take the rest of that off, and then try to get our hands back there. Right. So we got the retaining clip off, the pigtail, whatever you want to call it. It's right here, and it's a little bit of a pain, but you have to you have to slide that gray tab right there. You got to slide it up, and then you got to press right there on the black part, and then pull up on it, and it comes off. It's a little bit of time consuming and working with it. But we got the socket on it right now. I broke it loose. So now we're just going to take it all the way out and then get the new one in. And hopefully she'll start running better. we're going to take the new one and put this one in. You want to thread it by hand, obviously, and let it do its thing. Come back in with the socket. Favorite thing to use when you're trying to screw things in. And just use this until it gets pretty tight, and then I'll just pop it off and then put the ratchet on. Okay, we're going to see, we're going to put this to the torque spec. Alright, well, they say that it is supposed to be torqued to 15 foot-pounds. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I had my bar set to 15. And let's get this popped in. Alright, we're going to go slow. Alright. We're good. Clicked a little bit, very lightly. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop the pigtail in, and then put the cover back on and start her up, and we should have some oil pressure. Alright, everything's put back together. We're going to get her started and see if it made a difference. Should, obviously, because when I was inspecting and taking a look at the sensor inside the pinhole right here, there's some junk in there, which happens, but some people, they clean them, put them back in, but you know what? If you don't want to run into other issues, and you know this part's already, God knows how old it is, probably original, if it hasn't been changed, you know, it's good to change it and put new in. It's always safer that way. So we're going to go ahead and fire her up and see the gauge. Alrighty, here we go. See what she does. Awesome. We got oil pressure, and it's in the normal range right there. So, but we're gonna drive a little while. If not, I can just take my code reader and just erase the code. But I'll see if it'll shut off on its own. So we're all good. So that is how you change a sensor on a 2500 HD 6.0. And you know, like, subscribe, comment below any questions, anything you got to mention. Appreciate you viewing, and stay tuned for more videos on how to work on stuff and fix things up. So thank you.